He was just 13 years old when the doctors sat him down and said, with cold seriousness, "Football is over for you." Not because of an injury. Not because he lacked talent. Because of a hormone. A simple deficiency in his body that meant he would always be shorter than every other kid his age. They told his mother and father that without serious intervention, Messi would never grow past 140 centimeters. Now imagine that, a 13-year-old boy whose entire existence is football, who falls asleep with a worn-out ball in his humble Argentine home and wakes up with the same ball. And then he hears that he's never going to be like the others. He's never going to grow on the pitch. He's never going to reach his dreams. But it gets worse. His beloved club, that legendary Barcelona that every kid dreams of playing for, said they wouldn't pay for his treatment. Not because they didn't have the money. Because the risk was too high. They said, it might not work. It might be a waste. And right there, Messi taught us our first big lesson. When the world tells you, you can't, that's when the story really begins. Let's be honest for a second. How many times in our lives have we heard, that's impossible? How many times have we been told, your dreams are too big? Or worse, how many times have we told ourselves that? The truth is, that inner voice stops us more than anyone else ever could. Messi could have listened to the doctors. He could have said, fine, I'll be like everyone else. An ordinary life, an ordinary job, an ordinary height. But he did something most people are terrified to do. He listened to his heart, not to the fear in his head. Now let's go back to that critical moment. Barcelona said no, but there was one man at the club who saw something different in Messi. His name was Carlos Rexach, a scout. That day on a dusty pitch in Argentina, when he watched Messi weave through several defenders with a worn-out ball and score, he saw something that couldn't be measured in height. A fire, a hunger, something that told him, this kid is going to make history. Rexach, without even being sure the treatment would work, without any guarantee, signed a contract with Messi on a paper napkin. Yes, you read that right. On a napkin. In that moment, Rexach was showing the whole world that sometimes, the most important decisions of your life have to be made in the most unexpected moments, without having all the answers. And this is where Messi made a fateful choice, the choice between comfort and a dream. He was 13, an age when kids are at home with their parents, studying, playing football with their friends, staying up late. But Messi decided to leave everything behind. He left his family in Argentina, his country, his mother tongue, everything he knew, and went to a foreign land, with a foreign language, a foreign culture. Spain. Barcelona. Absolute loneliness. You know what psychology calls this. Sacrificing comfort for growth. Those who reach places others don't, usually have a turning point. A moment when they decide to step out of their comfort zone, even if that comfort zone means family, country, everything they're certain about. Now let's get straight to the question on your mind. What dream do I have that's worth this much sacrifice? Let me share a little secret with you. If your dreams can grow inside your comfort zone, then those dreams aren't big enough. Messi could have stayed in Argentina, played for a local team, had a normal life. But he knew that if he wanted to be the best, he had to get to where the best were. It's a simple rule of success. If you want to be the best at something, you have to get yourself to where the best in that field are, even if it means giving up everything. Messi went to Barcelona, but it wasn't that easy. There, in the famous La Masia Academy, there were kids who were taller, faster, stronger from the start. Messi, not just because of his short height, but because of his homesickness and loneliness, had tough days. But the interesting thing is, he never told himself, I can't. Instead of focusing on his deficiencies, he focused on his abilities. He knew he could dribble past defenders. He knew he could think faster. He knew there was something in his feet that wasn't in others. And that's exactly what psychology calls a growth mindset. The belief that your abilities aren't fixed, you can develop them, you can change them, as long as you don't stop trying. Now let's go a little deeper into Messi's behind-the-scenes secret. Something many overlook, his daily habits. Messi was never a football genius who got there on talent alone. Every day, he trained for hours. Not just on the pitch, but in his mind. He would constantly replay game situations in his head, analyze his mistakes, anticipate opponents' moves. This is a huge lesson for us. Success in any field is built on a series of small, consistent habits. Not overnight, not by magic, but through the intelligent repetition of the right things. One of the most fascinating moments in Messi's life was when he first stepped onto the pitch for Barcelona's first team. Everyone was watching this short kid from the academy. Everyone waited to see if he could really do it. And what did he do? Score a goal? No. Give a few assists? No. He did something no one had seen before. He ran toward the opponent's goal with the ball, dribbled past several defenders, and scored in a way that made the ball seem glued to his foot. That day, everyone understood that physical height has nothing to do with a person's greatness. And that's a deep lesson for all of us. Those who appear smaller on the outside might be the biggest on the inside. Now let's go back to the cost. Messi's treatment cost thousands of dollars a month. Barcelona agreed to cover it, but not out of kindness. They were making an investment in a dream. And with every goal, with every trophy, Messi showed that investment was worth it. But the point is, Messi never did it for the money or the fame. He did it for his love of football. You know the difference between a successful person and a wildly successful person. A successful person works for money. A wildly successful person works for their purpose, and the money follows. You know what Messi did at the peak of his success, when he had 5 Ballon d'Ors and was the best player in the world. He carried a national team on his shoulders, and at the World Cup, with all the pressure in the world, with all the criticism, with all the defeats in previous finals, he finally lifted that trophy. That day in Qatar, when he kissed the trophy, all those years of loneliness, all those injections for his growth, all that distance from family, it all made sense. And that's when Messi taught us something. No sacrifice goes unanswered, as long as you keep going with all your heart. Now let's bring this lesson into our own lives. Maybe your dream is to become a great writer, an entrepreneur, an artist, or even a better parent. But if you're going to reach that dream, you have to sacrifice something. Maybe you have to watch less TV, spend less time with friends, move to another city or country, leave an unhealthy relationship. Sacrifice always means loss, but if you choose right, what you gain will be 1,000 times more than what you lose. Messi said in an interview, "I sacrificed a lot for success. But I've never regretted it." Engrave that in your mind. No one who's reached their dream regrets their sacrifice. The ones who regret are those who never took the risk, never left their comfort zone, never gave themselves a chance. And that's life's greatest tragedy. Not failure, but not trying. So tonight, when you're about to sleep, ask yourself, how much am I willing to sacrifice for my dream? If your answer is, everything, then you're on Messi's path. But if your answer is, no, my current comfort is more important, then know that that dream will never be real enough for you. Messi showed that dreams demand sacrifice, and sacrifice demands deep belief. Belief that what you want in your heart is worth it. And now it's your turn. What are you willing to sacrifice?